What is going on, Pokemon fans? Welcome back to JD's Nerdverse. Today, we are doing a playthrough of Pokemon Crystal with just Bellossom, no evolution. Just starting out the fully evolved form to see how good this Pokemon is compared to it leveling up. We're going to watch this first battle. We obliterated a Rattata, and now we're facing our rival. If you haven't already, you should go watch the original playthrough that aired last Friday, and you should watch the prediction video that came out on Monday for this playthrough. So, our rival's name is Triple Question Mark. We named our Pokemon Turnip. And we also gave our rival the Cyndaquil, fire Pokemon, to be the best option for a grass type. Let's go over the stats while we trek our way to Violet City. HP is 75, attack is 80, defense is 85, special attack is 90, special defense is 100, and speed is 50 for a grand total of 480 base stats. Not bad, it's pretty good across the board. With this Pokemon, we do have a very high special defense and special attack. Everything's pretty good across the board, honestly, except for speed, but we can mitigate that. And here's our moveset. We're not going to go over Absorb, Sweet Scent, or Stun Spore, but we will go over Petal Dance. We start the game with it. Very powerful, 105 with Stab, 100 base power, 20 power points. It hits multiple times, but at the end of it hitting, it does confuse us. We do get access to Solar Beam via level up, but we will do Solar Beam long before we level up to it. And our TM moves, we really don't use a lot. We're not going to use Curse or Toxic. Hidden Power, we're going to use Hidden Power Ice, as per tradition for most of my playthroughs. Sunny Day will boost our Solar Beam so it can attack in one turn rather than taking two turns, one to set up and one to attack. And then the rest of the moves here, they're really obsolete, but really the ones we got to talk about are Solar Beam, which is 120 base power, 180 with Stab, 100% accurate, has 10 power points. Very good move, but it gets really, really good whenever we can hit every turn with Sunny Day. Return is our best physical move we can have, and what it does is it's 102 base power normal attacking move. It maxes out. And it's just our best physical move. Double Team Swagger, the rest of them we will not use. Very limited moveset with this Pokemon. And with that being said, we're going to go right on in and face Falkner. We're at 12 minutes in, and we were at 20-some minutes last time we played this game when we went in and faced Falkner. We're still around the same level because we had to face Bellossom, or Bellsprout Tower. But we get the two-shot on the Pidgeotto. We beat Falkner pretty handily. He's not really tough. He is an advantage over us type-wise. But we're kind of over leveled because we had to face Bellsprout Tower. And so with that being said, we're going to move right on to Bugsy's Gym. Bugsy's Gym is not super difficult, but we did have problems in the original playthrough because without evolving into Gloom, all we had was an Oddish with Absorb, which could not get through this specific trainer. And look how much problems we get with this Pokemon getting through this specific trainer. So Beedrill is it bug poison? Is it bug? I don't think it's bug flying. I think it's bug poison. So it is resistant to our grass moves, so it doesn't do a lot, and we don't have a way to put it to sleep, so it's really like a knockdown, drag-out fight. It's not the easiest fight in the world. We do get the win, but that was a Pokemon way lower level than us that was way too difficult. So now we're going to go ahead and face Bugsy. Bugsy's going to be a problem, because, one, bug Pokemon resist grass moves. Even though we're over level and it's very powerful, it's still not going to one-shot a Pokemon at 7 levels lower. Same with Kakuna, but Kakuna has double resistance. It's poison and it's bug, poison and it's bug. So we're going to have a harder time knocking it out. We still do. Now, Scyther is the big one. It's flying, bug type. Both resisted to grass moves. So there's really not an easy way to get through this battle, and we don't have the luxury of evolving into Gloom and getting Acid. So we have to find a way through this battle. We are around the same level as the last playthrough. It's just a lot faster because we didn't have to worry about grinding as much as we did. We have better moves to make those battles go faster. But we are not significantly better right now because we're on the same level. We're just significantly faster. That's all it is. So we're facing our rival battle, and we knock out the first Pokemon. Zubat isn't super easy, but Kulava comes out. Petal Dance will be a 3-shot as long as we can hit, and we can power through Confusion. Ember gets the best of us here a little bit. But Burn does not stop us from winning the battle because Burn only affects attack stat, not your special attack. So we still get the win. A very close win that I would not like to have, but it's still a win nonetheless. So we're going to take another run at Bugsy. There's really not much we can do. We can't do anything until we get past Bugsy, so we're kind of walled off here. So we're going to go for Stun Spore just to make sure we don't get any residual effects from Metapod. He did try to go for String Shot, but it failed. So now we're going to just got to knock out the Kakuna. And the first thing we got to do is definitely got to paralyze the Scyther. If that Fury Cutter gets going, it will obliterate us. So we have to prevent that from happening. Hopefully Stun Spore can stop its multiplier. We're already weak to it, so it's just going to get worse and worse if he keeps able to hit it. So there's another loss. we're going to try this battle again. It's really a battle of hoping for the right RNG, because we could go out and grind up, but it's kind of pointless. We're still going to have the same problem. We can get 4 more levels, we're going to have the same problem we're having now. Maybe, possibly, we might get a little more damage. So right here, we decided to go for Absorb to retain some of our health. That was the whole point there of doing that. And we're going to try to do Absorb again. It's really not doing that much damage. It offsets whatever Kakuna does. Now, the problem with Kakuna, it keeps using Poison Sting. And Poison Sting could eventually poison us. Hope it doesn't. It'd be really nice if it didn't. It does not poison us. So now we're on to the final Pokemon again. Scyther. We're going to go for Stun Spore. That's the goal here, Stun Spore. We just got our defense lowered. But we're going to go for Petal Dance. And Petal Dance does, I don't know, maybe 10%, maybe 20%, maybe 15%. Not a lot. And now we have to worry about our being confused. Now, he's not going to heal himself from the paralyzation. So we do get the win eventually. It's a very lucky win. And we do beat Bugsy. Thank goodness. So those two are the 2 hardest badges for this Pokemon. We're going to take Fury Cutter. We can't use it, but we're going to go ahead and progress right on to Goldenrod City. In Goldenrod City, usually it's a place where I say there's a lot of errands, but one big thing we have to do is beat Whitney. So we're going to face Whitney. This will be pretty much a cakewalk. We have Petal Dance. It's very powerful move. And it'll hit 1 time, 2 time, and does it hit 3? It does. So we get a 3-turn Petal Dance. We obliterate Whitney. It's usually one of the tougher battles we can face. Then we're going to go right on towards Sudowoodo. And we're going to face him, this rock tree thing. It looks like a tree, but it's actually a rock. It's really confusing. But Petal Dance will one-shot it. And now we got some more errands to run. And I'll just go and talk a little bit about how the playthrough is going so far. So about 35 minutes. I'm pretty sure we weren't even past Bugsy at this point in the original playthrough. So that's good. We are picking up some items. There's a rare candy. So if you never know there's a rare candy, there's actually a dude that shows up right there. Once you beat the Elite Four. I learned that. I don't know if it was this playthrough or the previous one, but I learned that. Just backtracking and looking for some stuff. So there's an elixir. But we are progressing pretty well, and like I said, we are at some benefits because higher stats, Petal Dance right from the get-go. But the downside is we did lose out on some moves, and right now we're picking up Hidden Power Ice. And by losing some of those moves, we lose some of the advantages we had in battle. So we got to think of new strategies to work out. Right now we are rocking the move set: Petal Dance, Absorb, Hidden Power Ice, and Return. So not a lot of there's a decent amount of type diversity there, but not a lot of type diversity. We beat Flareon here, which was the toughest member of the Komodo Girls, and we end up with nice health, very nice health. And we're going to fight the rest while I talk about this. So, not having sleep is, like I said, going to be a huge detriment. And in my optimized playthrough, I think that's definitely a move I have to keep. Okay, I've decided to optimize playthrough. I can keep 1 move from the previous evolution. I can also add 1 move from breeding. And we can see how the playthrough will go from there. So I'm excited about that. That'll come out next week. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. Because this is a playthrough. I'm going to do things like this all the time. And I don't know if you've noticed the format that I've changed to. It's more like a case study for a Pokemon over like 2 to 3 weeks. Just based on how many evolutions they have and things like that. It's more going to be a case study. I'm not just going to play one playthrough, first encounter, playthrough, and done. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do optimized, and so on and so forth. It's a lot more thorough. And I think that's what I want to do on my channel, because I have all these ideas I get from playing with a Pokemon and strategies, and then I got to wait until I finish the Pokédex to go back and repeat it. And no, I'd rather do it all at once. And now we're going to go ahead and face our rival. Our rival is going to come out with Golbat first. I think it's Golbat. Yep. Oh no, Haunter. I'm sorry. Comes out with Haunter. So Petal Dance is doing pretty decent, but Hidden Power Ice is doing a little bit better. He goes for Curse, so now we're on the clock. And we're going to go for Hidden Power Ice again. It's a one-shot on the Zubat. Hidden Power Ice on the... Nope, we're going to go for Return on the Q-Lava. It's a 2-turn move. We get almost close to half health. Not too bad. We do level up, and now we're going to have to face the Magnemite. Magnemite should go down to 2 Hidden Power Ices, as long as I don't get paralyzed. He doesn't have Thunder Wave yet, so not a big deal. But with that battle being won, we're going to go ahead and face Haunter. Or, I'm sorry, we're going to go face Morty and his 2 Haunters, a Ghastly, and a Gengar. He's going to come out with Ghastly. The question is, do we one-shot the Ghastly with Hidden Power or Petal Dance? We do. He's going to come out with Haunter. Is Haunter a one-shot? He is not. So that was a 2-turn Petal Dance that we got confused on. So we knock out the Haunter. Gengar will be, looks like a 3-shot. And one more. And if you get one more, very good. And now we have one more Pokemon left. If we're not confused, I would like to go for Hidden Power Ice, but we power through the confusion and knock out Morty's whole team. very good. And now we move right on to Chucky Boy. So Chucky Boy's gym, I was very curious how this gym would go, because in the previous playthrough, Sludge Bomb was very, very powerful against all of them. However, we don't have that. But we do have a really powerful grass move, which is high special. So Return is not a one-shot. So I think not Hidden Power, Petal Dance was a knockout on the previous guy. So let's see how it works on Machop. I think Machop will be a one-shot no matter what I use. Okay, Petal Dance is a one-shot, and Machoke is also a one-shot. So seems like Petal Dance is doing pretty good so far. We're going to see how it progresses towards the last two. But I know, like Chuck, it's going to do very effective because he has a water type in Poliwrath. So Petal Dance is a huge advantage there. Mankey is a one-shot. Next Mankey is a one-shot. Is the Primeape a one-shot? That is the question that I have. Don't be confused. Knock it out. Oh, doesn't knock it out. Okay, so it's not a one-shot on the Primeape. So it might not be a one-shot on Chuck's Primeape. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and heal, just to make sure we got full health. We got plenty of power points. We don't have to do too much. We're going to save right here. And it's saving. And we're saving. And we're going to go ahead and face old Chucky Boy. Now Chuck, like I said, comes out with the Primeape. And then he goes to the Poliwrath as his second Pokemon. So what I think is going to happen is we're going to two-shot the Primeape. Let's see how it does. Petal Dance, two-shot on the Primeape. We don't take that much damage from Karate Chop. And how is Poliwrath going to be? Is it also two-shot? We hurt ourselves in confusion. That's awesome. Hurt ourselves again. He misses. Petal Dance is a one-shot. So, okay, if we got a three-shot Petal Dance, we'd have obliterated Chuck. So that's good. Now we're going to go face Gyarados. Gyarados can come out, and it's not a big deal. But what's important about fighting him is that we knock him out, and when he's knocked out, we can go and get the Rocket plotline started. Now, it's not a huge advantage for us in this playthrough, because in the last one, it was advantage to get this done as soon as possible, because then we can get Sludge Bomb. We cannot learn Sludge Bomb with this Pokemon. So all we can do is check the box, that is, do the Rocket plotline, and then go right back to fighting gym leaders. Bellossom is going to face off against Price now. Price is a ice trainer, but the Pokemon are water type as well. And it does not have any water moves or anything. So all we need to do is get Petal Dance to hit one time on the Piloswine, we sweep the team. So a much better battle, a much more clean battle against Price than it was in the last one. So now we're giving the medicine to heal Ampharos, my favorite Pokemon Generation 2. And with that being said, we can go ahead and face off against Jasmine. We do not have Sleep Powder to help us against the Magnemites. So let's see what my strategy here is. Go for Petal Dance. It'll be a two-shot. It goes for Confusion. Get the knockout on the first one. Good. Steelix comes out. If we hit our Petal Dance one more time, I'm pretty sure it's going to knock out the Steelix. Very good. And now we just have one more Pokemon to deal with. That was a critical hit, by the way. And now we get paralyzed. Not a big deal. We just have to hit one thing. If we hit one attack, we knock it out. Very good. Very easy win over Jasmine. So we get her beat. And then we get this dreaded phone call from Oak, which is the worst thing ever. But right here, I'm going to pause it. So he never calls you when there's good things. He calls you when something gets stolen. He calls you whenever you have to grab an egg from his assistant. He calls you whenever, you have to go fight the Rocket plotline. So this is one of the worst calls you get in the game. Is always about, it's never like, hey, good job, keep it up. It's never one of those things. But I guess that's what his job is. But we're going to go ahead and get this done. I'm going to move right on to our next rival battle. So while we're heading to our rival battle after we leave the radio tower, I do want to thank everyone for watching, and make sure you guys comment, like, share, subscribe, all those things. They really do help the channel. I'm up to 430 subscribers as of right now. And with that being said, I've been trekking towards 500 and then hopefully grow to 1,000. That's the ultimate goal. And if I hit those goals, I can potentially spend more time on this and make more crisp and smoother videos. So I really appreciate all that. But let's go ahead and beat our rival real quick. Golbat's going to come out. Hidden Power Ice. One shot. Very good. Moving on. We are now going to face off against the Q-Lava. We can go for Return. It should be a one shot. Very good. We level up to level 44. Awesome. Magnemite comes out. And one shot with the Petal Dance. That's very important that we were able to one shot. Did not want to have to deal with paralysis there. So two shot on the Haunter. Now we're confused. But we just have to get an attack off. There we go. Get one attack off on the Sneasel. And we get the attack off on the Sneasel. We knock it out. We beat our rival. He really isn't very tough at this point in the game. But what we're going to do now is something that I want to make sure I showcase. And just kind of compare where we were at in the original playthrough. I'm going to pause it for a second. We're at 1 hour and 14 minutes right now. heading towards Claire in her gym in Blackthorn. Is it Blackthorn City? Blackthorn Village? No, I don't know what it is. Blackthorn something. We're heading towards Claire. Okay? In the original playthrough, we were still at Gloom, and we were at an hour and 49 minutes. So that's a huge difference. It's about not quite 50 minutes. It's about 35 minutes is what the difference is. So we're progressing, and we're doing very good right now. And Bellossom looks like it's going to obliterate the original time of this playthrough, which is good. It should. It's fully evolved. But it does have some new challenges, as you've seen so far in these playthroughs. These challenges do make the playthrough a little bit more difficult for Bellossom in some areas, but definitely overall a much better playthrough experience. Now we're facing Claire. Claire is not going to be super difficult, okay? Because we have Hidden Power Ice, so she has 3 Dragonairs. They are 2 times weak to ice moves. Okay? They are not 4 times weak, they're only 2 times weak. Dragonite is 4 times weak because it's dragon flying. Okay, so we knock all 3 out, and now we have the final Pokemon, which is Kingdra. Petal Dance on the Kingdra will be a 2-shot. Dragon Breath does not paralyze us. We get a very easy win over Claire. And I don't know if you know this, but she does not want to give you your what you've earned. So, but you go and get it, and I'm not going to showcase that. But I will showcase this. This I did not know in the previous playthrough. But you can actually get Solar Beam before you get to the Elite Four. I thought this was bought in like the Celadon Mart or something like that. But no, you can pick up Solar Beam right here. You just got to beat this guy who has a Farfetch right here and pick up TM22, which is Solar Beam. There's also a girl in Radio Tower that will give you Sunny Day. But now we have our final battle against our rival. Our rival is going to come out as per tradition with a Sneasel. Return will one-shot the Sneasel. Very good. Okay. Golbat will be a one-shot with Hidden Power Ice. Very good. Typhlosion should be a one-shot with Return. He might bulk it. Yep, he bulked a little bit of it. We took a little bit of damage with Flame Wheel, but we get the knockout nonetheless. Petal Dance should be a 2-shot. He might paralyze us. Not the biggest deal in the world. There's not a lot of Pokemon left. So we just got to get through the last 2 Pokemon. Does a Curse, and as long as we get the knockout, that's good. And do we knock out the Kadabra in 1 shot? We just got to get 1 shot off, and we will knock out the Kadabra. Just don't want to take confusion or anything. Just got to get 1 shot. We do not, so we have to take a reset on the rival. So let's try that bad boy again. Sneasel will come out, like I said, and he will have he'll get knocked out in 1 shot with Return. Very good. Okay. Golbat will come out, and he will get 1 shot with Hidden Power Ice. So those 2 are not going to be a problem. They haven't been. Typhlosion will come out and get 1 shot with Return. Nope, it's still a 2-shot. We still take some damage. Then we get burned. That's not fun either. So now we're facing Magneton, who's going to have to take a Petal Dance or a Hidden Power Ice. Now, Hidden Power Ice is special, so the burn is not going to have any effect on us. Solar Beam gets a 1... Actually, we took a Solar Beam. That was very risky there. Haunter, we're going to go ahead and go for Hidden Power Ice, I guess. We're going to go for that. Which one are we going for? I'm leaving myself in suspense. Get the 1-shot. So here's the benefit of burn. We can't get paralyzed. So that actually wasn't huge for us. And even though we were burned, we were still able to 1-shot the Kadabra with Return. So we beat our rival, and now we're going to move right on to the Elite Four. Before we do that, let's go and look at the stats of our Pokemon. So we are at level 51. So if we'd have waited till level 55 to get Solar Beam, we'd have done this in the middle, either A, in the middle of the Elite Four, which wouldn't have been beneficial. B, we'd have had to grind and level up to level 55 before we enter the Elite Four, which isn't optimal. It's going to take a lot of time to do that. Or 3, we'd have these rare candies, which I'm not going to use. I'm going to need those rare candies for later in the game. So we've already got Solar Beam. We've got Sunny Day. Like I said, you can pick it up from a girl in the Radio Tower. She thanks you for saving everyone. She gives it to you. In the next video, I may showcase that. Return and Hidden Power. So we got a physical move, we got an ice move, and we got our setup, and then obviously our most powerful move we can learn, Solar Beam. Okay, let's look at the stats. The stats going into this battle are as follows. So we're actually a little bit slower than we were last time. So last time we were at 94 speed, we're at 92. But all the stats across the board are pretty good. No, they're not bad. Attack is 122, defense is 122, special attack is 133, special defense is 143, and speed is 92. So I do think we have a slightly better moveset than we did last time. So that's going to be helpful. Let's go ahead and dive into the Elite Four. With the starting member of the Elite Four is Will. So Will come out with his Psychic Pokemon. They no longer have the advantage on us. They did in the last playthrough. We still whooped his butt pretty bad, but they don't have any kind of advantage other than the flying Pokemon have, flying advantage. And now we have a 1-shot on Jinx. There was a 1-shot on the Natu. The next Executor comes out. We're going to do a 2-shot on the... Oh, it's actually a 1-shot. I apologize. On the Executor. We're going to go for Hidden Power Ice on the Xatu. Now, do we 1-shot the Slowbro? We're going to go for Solar Beam, taking some sunlight. It actually gets very close. It did up his special at the last second before he attacked. So that's probably why it wasn't a 1-shot. But we get the very easy and convincing win if we will. Move right on to Koga. Now, Koga, we are weak to. We are weak to because he is poison and he has poison moves. And it's going to resist our most powerful attacks, which is our, Solar Beam. So we get 2-shot on the Ariados. We're going to go for a Hidden Power Ice on Venomoth. Psychic doesn't do anything to us, so that's a benefit not having the poison type. Doesn't do much. However, Muck is going to have Sludge Bomb, and it goes for Acid Armor first, so we'll take that. And does pretty much nothing to us. So Muck does absolutely nothing, but that brings us up to the Crobat. The Crobat's going to go for a full Restore. It has already done a double team, so it makes it harder to hit. Wing Attack does a little bit of damage, not too much. And then the last Pokemon is Fortress. Hidden Power Ice doesn't do that much. We're gonna explode and get knocked out. I think we would have won if we wouldn't have exploded though. If he wouldn't have exploded. Because we had Solar Beam prepared and it was gonna obliterate him. So let's go ahead and try this again. I don't know why I just went for Solar Beam on a bug Pokemon. That was very dumb. So return though, get the knockout. We do get a little bit of damage, chip damage, but not a big deal. Go for return on the Venomoth. It's not quite a 1-shot. We do get hit by Psychic, not a lot of damage done. Still doing very well. Muck, we're going to go for return. It's a 2-shot. With his defense up, we may not get the... Okay, it is a 2-shot. Thought his defense might stop us from, getting the knockout. So we get a 2-shot knockout. Actually restores his health. So it'll be a 2-shot again, and it's just a healing loop. We get the knockout over Crobat. It did outspeed. I don't know why I didn't go for double team. We'll thank our blessings. We're going to go for Solar Beam right now. It keeps using Protect, so it's actually pretty smart as using Protect. We're going to go for Hidden Power Ice. Can't protect from that. It's going to go for Swift. We just need to get one more attack off Explosion. Do we tank it? We do not. So this has been a really frustrating Pokemon that has prevented us from 2 pretty easy wins over Koga. It's literally just his last Pokemon. Return is still going to be a 2-shot over the Ariados. Venomoth, it's still going to be a 2-shot, no matter what we use. Okay, the thing is we haven't taken damage from either one, so that's good. Muck has yet to damage us yet, but let's see what it does this time. Return will be a 2-shot. We miss. Sludge Bomb does, wow, a lot of damage there, about 50 damage, 50, 70 damage, something like that. Crobat comes out, and we're going for Hidden Power Ice. We get the critical hit, so we don't have to worry about anything from Crobat. So now we have to go for Fortress. Okay, we're going to go for Hidden Power Ice. We just don't go in and get hit by freaking Explosion again. So Swift doesn't do anything to us. We finally knock out the Fortress, and we beat Koga and move right on to Bruno. Now, Bruno is the one trainer we can actually probably set up on. Hitmontop, we're going to go for Sunny Day. And now we're going to go for Solar Beam, and we're going to just try to sweep this whole team. Okay? Hitmonchan, Solar Beam, boom, knockout. Hitmonlee, Solar Beam, boom, knockout. Very good. We have 2 Pokemon left. Hitmonchan. Is it a 1-shot on the Hitmonchan? It is not. It's very close, though. Cross Chop does so much to us. We hit return. How much does return do? More than half. That should be enough for us to... knock out Machamp. That was a risk there. If he had Cross Chop, we'd have got knocked out. But we don't have to take a risk on Onix. Just use Hidden Power Ice, knock him out. A much closer battle than I anticipated. But that brings us on to Karen. So Karen is a trainer that doesn't really have anything great against us other than maybe her Murkrow. Houndoom has Flamethrower, so that's pretty useful against us. But Umbreon, we just gotta get the knockout. It takes our actually getting lowered. We knocked out the Umbreon, but it took a lot of accuracy and some confusion. Hidden Power Ice, we just got to hit it, and are actually so low. We get paralyzed, and I think at this point, I think I see it, I'm just like, I don't know if we're going to win this battle for paralyzed. Houndoom comes out, he's going to go first, and obviously he's going to go for Flamethrower. Return does not 1-shot him, he tanks it pretty well, so I'm just, at this point, I'm just like, I don't think I'm going to win this, so I think we need to just go for a reset. We do reset, we restart the battle, and we're going to face Karen one more time. Karen again, come out with Umbreon. We're going to go for Hidden Power Ice, and a return is going to be, a combination of those 3 is a 3-shot. Now, nothing happens to our accuracy or anything, so we're still good on that. We're going to set up Sunny Day, and I'm going to go for Hidden Power. I don't know why I set up Sunny Day, but I did. Return, very good. Very dumb of me, because now Houndoom has a super effective flamethrower. I must have misclicked. That's the only thing I can think of. Yeah, that's what happened. So he blasted us with flamethrower. I misclicked on Sunny Day and gave him the tools to knock me out. So return will be a 3-shot. That's just the foregone conclusion. We did a critical hit, so it's a 2-shot actually. So a little lucky there. No accuracy, no confusion, no nothing. Do not set up Sunny Day again. We get a 1-shot on the Vileplume. Very good. Houndoom comes out. We get a return. We have special defense is good. So we can tank a flamethrower as long as it's not boosted by Sunny Day, because that gives a 50% boost in its damage output. Okay, so now we're going to go for Hidden Power Ice, get the knockout on the Gengar. We have 1 Pokemon left. We are cursed, but it's not going to be a big deal. We beat the Murkrow, and then we finally beat Karen and move right on to the final leader. So the Lance actually helps us out a little bit. The champion helps us out by going, Gyarados is going to do a, he's going to go for, or we're not going to knock him out, but he's going to go for Rain Dance. So here's what Rain Dance does for us. It actually helps us win this battle. Just like I kind of helped Houndoom win the battle by accidentally setting up Sunny Day and boosting his fire moves, he is going to help us by diminishing Charizard's fire moves. So return is a 2-shot on Gyarados. The rain is falling, which means that, you know, fire moves are diminished. So we knock out Dragonite, Aerodactyl comes out, we do a decent amount of damage on the Aerodactyl, knock it out in 1 hit. That's not a decent amount, it's a good amount of damage. So now he's going to go for Flamethrower. Look how little he has, which makes him, I want to pause that for 1 second. That makes him go for Wing Attack, because he knows Flamethrower is not the most effective move because of the water damage. So Wing Attack's less powerful, so it doesn't do as much, so that helps us take very minimal damage, and we're able to knock out the level 50 Dragonite and the level 47 Dragonite, which means we beat the champion. So we're going to click, 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 try to get the final time here. And we get the final time, and then we'll compare that with our time with our original playthrough where we start off as Oddish. Just tap, 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 tapping away. Give it a little tappy, tap, tap, tap-a-roo. So get this done. We lock in our time. Come on, lock it in, lock it in, lock it in. We get our time, and we lock in. Perfect. So now we're going to bring up and compare to what it was in the original playthrough. So 1 hour and 38 minutes, pretty good time. That's very good time for this Pokemon with its type of disadvantage and things like that, and limited move pool, let's be honest. And then when we compare that to the original playthrough, 2 hours and 13 minutes. So that's, oh man, that's a good amount of time. That's what, almost 35 minutes is what we've saved. So the question is, will we maintain that gap, or will we have to close that gap a little bit in Kanto? So that's what we're going to go to right now. I'll see you guys in Kanto. So as we trek towards Kanto, not in Kanto, we're going to be in Kanto soon, but not in Kanto like the movie. We're going to go ahead and get on the SSS Aqua and get off the SSS Aqua and go right into our battles with the gym leaders. So Lieutenant Surge is the first gym leader we have to face, and he is going to be a pushover. Raichu comes out. We're going to just go ahead and set up Sunny Day. Raichu goes for Thunder. It would have diminished his Thunder anyway, so it would have been very useless. And now we're just going to go ahead and sweep the team. Hopefully it's a sweep. Solar Beam should still be pretty powerful and should knock out everyone in 1 shot. Very good. And we're going to go and take the Magneton. Magneton might actually tank it. Yep, tanked it a little bit. I don't think it's in our best interest to do Solar Beam again. We just got to hit it with something. Very good. We still have 2 Pokemon left. And we Sunlight faded, so it's not as powerful. So we're going to take 2 turns. Still going to be a 1 shot with on Electrode. And the last one is Electabuzz. Electabuzz will be a 1 shot on return. Oh, it's a 2 shot. I apologize. I said the wrong thing there. So there'll be a Healing Loop, and return will be a knockout. So very good. Beat Lieutenant Surge. He's a kind of a cakewalk in this generation. Now we're going to face Sabrina. Sabrina with no whip. I don't know where her whip went. Sometime between Generation 1 and 2, she lost it. But with this battle, we don't have to worry about having a disadvantage like we did with Vileplume. I don't know if you saw that video on Wednesday. I recommend you go check it out. But with Bellossom not having any weakness at all to Psychic types, we can just use Return, and we're going to 1-shot everything except for the Alakazam. Alakazam's going to go for Reflect, and eventually that Reflect will wear off. Once it does, we'll be able to 1-shot pretty handily, and it keeps regaining its health. Now, Reflect has faded, so we're going to go for Hidden Power. I don't know why I switched to Return. Maybe I run out of power points. I mean, I wasn't paying attention to that. But we eventually will offset all the recovering and get the knockout over Alakazam. A little longer battle than I would have liked, but it is what it is. And we'll move right on to Erica. Erica will be a cakewalk. Erica does not have the luxury of having an ice move like we do, so we will just use Hidden Power Ice and obliterate her entire team. So Hidden Power Ice, one shot on the Tangela, very good. Next Pokemon coming out is Victory Bell, one shot on the Victory Bell, very good. The next Pokemon will be a Vileplume, or I'm sorry, a Bellossom. A Hidden Power Ice, knockout, very good. And the last Pokemon is, was it Jumpluff? Is that what it's called? Jumpluff, yes. Hidden Power Ice. Why are we going for... No, go back there. No. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you going for Solar Beam? Why are you Hidden Power Ice? Did we run out of power points again? Jeez, I'm just testing these battles to make them as complicated as possible, ain't I? I don't know why I did that. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. But regardless, we still get the win, and we move on to Janine. Janine is pretty bad. Return is a one-shot on the Crobat. Return will be, is it a one-shot in the Weezing? It is. That means the second Weezing will probably be a one-shot as well. We're going to go for Hidden Power Ice just to see if it just mixes it up a little bit. Ariados should be one-shot with Hidden Power Ice. Very good. Leaving one Pokemon left, Venomoth. As Venomoth hit with one Hidden Power Ice. Get the knockout. We beat Janine. Move right on to Misty. Misty, this will be a pretty clean sweep. We set up on Misty. Go for Sunny Day, take one Psychic from Golduck, and now we sweep her team. Solar Beam, one shot, very good. Lapras will come out. It actually might tank it. It does not tank it, okay. And then Starmie comes out, should obliterate it as well. And the last Pokemon is Quagsire, who is 4 times weak to grass moves, and so that will obliterate him. Very good, we get the easy win over Misty. And after this easy win over Misty, we're going to go see if we can get a much easier win over Brock. Brock will come out with a Graveler. We're going to set up a Sunny Day on the Graveler. That way we don't have to take 2 turns. So set up a Sunny Day, starts rolling out. We're not going to let it do it. Hidden Power or Solar Beam knocks out in one go. Rhyhorn knockout, one go. Very good. Amistar comes out, knockout, one go. Very good. And the final Pokemon, it's actually 2 more Pokemon. You got Kabutops, and you also got Rhyhorn. For some reason, I'm not clicking through as fast as I could. Solar Beam on the Onix, very good. Kabutops is the last Pokemon. And we actually, the Sunlight faded, but we have to take 2 turns. No big deal. We still get the very convincing and very easy win over Brock. Move right on to Blaine. Now, Blaine is Fire type, so we are weak to it. So what we want to do is hopefully we just knock out the Magcargo as fast as humanly possible. He does up his own special, so it doesn't really matter. We're not using a special move on him anyway. Flamethrower gets us down to half health. What I hope is that Magmar, we can just one-shot it with Return. Very good. And Rapidash is also going to be a one-shot with Return. Actually, no, it's not. It's a 2-shot, but he goes for a Fury attack. Heals. We're getting in a healing loop, and we're going to go for a knockout on the Rapidash. We beat Blaine, and now we're facing Blue. Blue will be the last battle before we got to face Red. And Red is the big crux of this battle, and you're going to see why. But Pidgeot comes out. Starters, we knock it out in 2 shots with Hidden Power Ice. Very good. We took a wing attack, a little bit of damage, not a big deal. Hidden Power Ice again. And we're not going to knock out the Executor, but we can get it in 2 shots. It does heal, but it's just going to be in a healing loop. Okay, now this is actually more damage this time, so maybe we'll get a critical hit this time and knock it out. It's going to keep healing. It's always this Pokemon that heals. We knock it out. Now we have a decent amount of health going into the Arcanine battle. Return will be a 2-shot. Flamethrower does a decent amount of damage, but we still hang on. We're not quite at nice. We're nice -1. And Return on the Alakazam. He's going to recover. We're going to hit Return again. And we're going to get in one of these healing loops. Eventually, his Reflect will fade. And so we will offset him more than he's going to offset us. So eventually, we're going to get the knockout. His Reflect is gone. So now we get the knockout. Very good. We beat Blue on the first try. So much different. Oh, I'm sorry. We did not remember we had one more Pokemon. So Gyarados is a 2-shot worth of turn. Now we have beaten Blue. No, we have not. Man, I keep forgetting all these Pokemon. We're going to take in some Sunlight, use Solar Beam. I'm just really excited to get to the Red battle. That's what it is, okay? There's a lot to talk about with Red. So we beat Blue, and now we're going to go and face Red. So really quickly, we're going to look and see what we're at when it comes to how far along we are. So we're at 2 hours and 9 minutes on our current playthrough. The playthrough we did where we had to start out as Oddish last week, well, at this point in the game, we're at 2 hours and 43 minutes at the same exact spot. So I'm not good at math. So if it was 10 minutes, it'd be 33. It's about 34-minute difference right now. So we've gained 34 minutes in time. Now here's the problem, and you're going to see it here, is this battle is much more difficult this time around than it was last time around. Okay? So, that being said, let's go ahead and go back to the playthrough. And here comes Red. And let's go ahead and showcase the battle. So first off, Pikachu comes out. We do not outspeed Pikachu. He outspeeds us. Return is a one-shot. That's a range. It's not always going to be a one-shot. Venusaur comes out. Now, in the previous battles, we were able to put Venusaur to sleep and set up. But now, Venusaur is able to set up Sunny Day. Which means that the next Pokemon that comes out, Charizard, has a fully plus 50% boosted Flamethrower that he can throw at us. Now, we do tank it pretty well. Give us that. We got a critical hit, still didn't knock the guy out. So Gyarados is Charizard is a problem because Venusaur is a problem. Now we don't have a way to put Venusaur to sleep, so the only thing we can do really is hope for better RNG that he doesn't set up Sunny Day, or we gotta hope for him to go for some other move, or maybe we one-shot him. That's also a possibility as well. So we do knock him out, but I do think he got a Sunny Day off. So now our his flamethrowers are still very powerful. Our return is not enough to knock out. That's another critical hit, and we still didn't knock out the Pokemon. So we are at a problem here, is because we have no way to stop the Venusaur from setting up. Okay, we have no way. We have to knock him out. So we're not high enough level to do that. We're not even close. Okay, so Venusaur is always going to come out. He's always going to set up Sunny Day unless we one-shot him, which we're not. And we knock him out, but he's already got the sunlight up. Usually, actually, right now he doesn't have the sunlight up, does he? No, he does not. So we got lucky that time, but still, we're not doing enough to knock him out, and we don't outspeed the Charizard. So unless we can take 2 flamethrowers, it's not going to help us at all. And then we're going to start again, and the Pikachu's not the problem. He's not. He could paralyze us. That is the one thing Pikachu could do to us. But Pikachu is not our problem. The problem is Venusaur setting up. And then that means that Charizard has a super effective flamethrower, so that's the first problem. And even if we don't get him to set up, Charizard will go first. And unless we can one-shot him, we can tank 1 flamethrower. We have good special defense. But the biggest problem we're having is we don't outspeed. So we can't get 2 shots to his 1 attack and beat him and move on. We still got other Pokemon to deal with. We still got Snorlax, we still got Espeon, we still got Blastoise to deal with. Okay, so that is the problem that we are having right now. So we leveled up to level 83. Okay, we went in this battle at 2 hours and 9 minutes, and it's 2 hours and 20 minutes. So we spent 11 minutes trying to deal with this battle, and there's another 3 minutes because we had to go up a couple more levels. So we're still at 83, and we're getting close. We were one-shotting the Pikachu every time. The Venusaur, it's not a one-shot, but we're getting a 2-shot on the Venusaur. We're not yet outspeeding the Charizard, I don't think. Nope, we are not. It still outspeeds us. We do tank a flamethrower pretty well, but it's getting 2 flavors off to our 1. So we do actually finally knock it out at level 83. The problem is Espeon. We don't have anything good against Espeon, so it's going to come in and knock us out. So we got to get all the way up to level 85 for us to have a chance at this. The return is a consistent one-shot on Pikachu. Okay? Hidden Power Ice on Venusaur. So now it's going for Sunny Day or Solar Beam rather than setting up Sunny Day. Actually, no, it set up Sunny Day. So we have a super powerful Charizard Flamethrower we have to tank, which we do. We have over 100 health. That's great. So now we have a lot more health going to the Espeon. And what we want to hope with the Espeon is go for Sunny Day, and hopefully Solar Beam can one-shot it. If it can one-shot it, great. We can move on to Snorlax. Snorlax, a Solar Beam. It's super powerful, but it knocks us out. So our strategies in place. We're in a good spot right now. Return will consistently knock out Pikachu. We're good there. Okay. Venusaur comes out. We're gonna go for Hidden Power Ice. It's gonna be a 2-shot, and it says it's taken in sunlight, so I don't think it set up Sunny Day. It didn't. Good. It's not telling us that the sunlight's out. So Flamethrower. We have way more health now because it wasn't boosted by Sunny Day. So we knock out the Charizard. Espeon comes out. We want to set up a Sunny Day so we can have a super powerful move against the Espeon. It does go first. We don't outspeed it, so very good. We get the knockout. We have a decent amount of health going into the Snorlax. Solar Beam does more than half. So now that his defense is up, we want to go for Return. Return will be a 2-shot. It puts itself to sleep, which we did not want. However, we're going to offset all the damage it's going to do while it's snoring. Okay, it's going to go for Snore. We're going to offset that every time with leftovers. Get a critical hit, knock him out, so we get 1 Pokemon left, which is Blastoise. Blastoise, we're going to go for Solar Beam. It starts to rain. It's not a one-shot, but Blizzard does not one-shot us either. So all we need to do is get one good hit on it. Very good. We beat it. We knock them out with return. And this is what we're looking at right now. So now that we beat red, this is what we can truly compare where we were at with red, or Bellossom fully evolved, starting out with, and where we're at as we progress through the game. So starting out as Bellossom, we've beaten the game 24 minutes faster. Okay, 24 minutes, about 23 minutes and some seconds faster, but nonetheless, it's about 24, 25 minutes faster. So that's a good result. However, next week, we're going to have our final Bellossom playthrough, next Friday. And this final Bellossom playthrough will be the most optimized, best version of this Pokemon we can find. I still have some decisions to make. I think Sleep Powder is definitely a game with, a game-breaking move. Okay, I think it's definitely going to be helpful. What I also think, though, is that it can get the egg move Swords Dance. And I'm also contemplating whether I want to just go all in with Swords Dance and whatnot and use Return. Or do I want to actually just have maxed out stats and not worry about Hidden Power? Or do I want to use Hidden Power Ice and continue to do that? So I have not decided that yet. So that's decisions I have to make. But that's it. That's my playthrough. That is the playthrough with starting out with Bellossom and progressing through the entire game with just Bellossom with its maxed out stats, with its limited moveset. Now next week we're going to have the best possible moveset to start the game with potentially the best possible stats as well. Alright? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. What do you think? Did you think should it be a lot better? Did I make a lot of mistakes in this playthrough? I don't really know how much better I could have done. Now again, remember, I cannot use Curse. Okay? That is something I do not use in my playthroughs. Okay? So Curse is banned. So I'm sure Curse could have been used at level 77 and I could have made this a lot easier. But again, I cannot set up Curse. And I would have had to remove one of the moves I had that were useful to use Curse. And then I had to move another move to use Rest. Okay? So keep that in mind. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. This is JD. This is JD's Nerdverse. And like I said, next week we'll be playing through with an optimized Bellossom. Alright? Have a good one, and I'll see you guys next week.